So this is the PS Vita. This was a Sony console released back in late 2011. No longer relevant, right? Today we've got the Switch and the Steamdeck. So in this video, we're going to talk about why Sony should not get into this portable battle and let the Vita just rest in peace. If you're new to my channel, definitely consider subscribing. I talk about nostalgic games and nostalgic things that come back to life. And one of the things that for a long time I wish came back to life was the PS Vita, like a Vita 2, or at least get Sony support in this thing again, because this was one heck of an awesome console that I loved and I still use to this very day. Never stop playing the PS Vita. But unexpectedly and a huge surprise, Steam actually announced their Steamdeck, which is almost resembles a Nintendo Switch. And that's when Nintendo Switch pretty much talked about their like OLED version coming for their Nintendo Switch, which was like a high quality version. All of a sudden Steam's like, oh, by the way, we're dropping something portable too. And now the portable war of like a full decked out portable system is now happening right before our eyes. For a long time, portable gaming has always been considered kind of like a dumbed down version of the ability to play console quality games on the go. For example, I believe that the PSP was the best portable console gaming on the go that was still kind of like a dumbed down PS2, but it was not bad for what you got out of it. The PSP wasn't able to really match what console quality was. Now, when the PS Vita came out, it had touch interface, it had dual analog sticks, it had a touchpad in the back. I mean, it actually functioned with remote play working great. So it was basically, in my opinion, the first console that gave me really home console quality gaming on the go, which is just fantastic. But the problem is that the PS Vita was not successful. And that's really, you could put the blame on it not being successful on really Sony having a huge success with the PlayStation 4 and them really doing a great job in not only advertising the PlayStation 4, but really putting it out there. And then they just basically ignored the PS Vita and it died. Well, you know who never ignored gaming on the go and wanted to deliver console quality gaming on the go? I'd give that credit to Nintendo. Nintendo knocked it out of their park with what they did with the Nintendo Switch. The Wii U in itself wasn't a success, but they looked at this big screen on this console and was like, you know what? This might be the future, the ability to take your console on the go, but have a true high graphic console quality experience. And that experience was definitely delivered on the Nintendo Switch, with some downsides, but Nintendo's great at releasing first-party games on the system to really support the system, because if you want to play a Nintendo game that's pretty much made by Nintendo, you have to buy a Nintendo console, which Sony has that ability to do that. And they did release games like Uncharted in the PS Vita, but they didn't do anything else going forward because they were too dedicated to the PS4. So they pretty much were leaps and bounds ahead of competition. Now, when going to Sony, when it came to the PS Vita, they were just done. They were so focused on console, along with Xbox and that competition. And that has given Nintendo the ability to really just kind of be creative when it comes to the type of controls and type of console that create, because basically they have a fan base that's going to be loyal to Nintendo no matter what. And that loyal fan base is what gives them the advantage to do whatever the heck they want. So the success of the Switch is basically the Nintendo anomaly that is really just them in their own world. But Sony and Microsoft has been dedicated in their own world with just trying to release the best console that they possibly can, right? But then there's the PC gamers, which PC gamers have been doing their own thing for many years. Steam has really been a spearhead in PC gaming and allowing that market to just develop uniquely. Steam earns money from every PC game that it sells, and that gives them the ability to grow and then of course branch out. And you can basically pay what you need or want for your console, let's call it, because it's just a PC, and then you just give it anything that you need from a graphics perspective. And for very light games, you can get something that's affordable and cheaper than a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One or a PlayStation 5, especially these days, and get great games. So the fact that almost everybody has a PC, or many households have a PC, and then you could just log on to Steam and buy games, that's great. But the one thing that PC games really haven't done too well, though there are some portable PC game systems out there, this is the first time that I see really a portable PC gaming experience taken seriously with the Steamdeck, which Steam is a platform that many PC gamers recognize. So to have the ability to play Steam games on the go with a system that basically they have 3 Steam Decks, $399 version, which gives you 64 gigabytes of eMMC memory, which isn't as great as the other 2 memory formats, but it's a good starting price, and it's graphically just as capable as the other 2 formats. One, which is 256 gigabyte drive at $529, and it's NVMe SSDs. And then the highest price one is about $649 with 512 gigabytes of NVMe SSD RAM. So that's the difference between them. It's really the memory and the speed of the memory. I ordered the cheaper version because, yes, it's insanely slow, and then you can, of course, attach a micro SD card with it, and the micro SD is nowhere near as fast as the other 2. But I'm hoping that at least with the type of games that I know I play, I won't need that high speed. And if, unfortunately, I can't play some of the games that I absolutely love, then I'll upgrade to the other ones. But I'm going to start off with a lower price point first, and then I'll review it for you guys before I go up and upgrading that. My gaming time, at least with becoming an older gamer, I see myself playing a lot of classic older generation games, which probably will not be a problem doing, at least going forward. So now, why shouldn't Sony get back into it, especially since now the portable gaming market is starting to sound exciting? And that's one thing. Sony right now is focused on their PS5 production, just like Xbox is focused on their Xbox Series X production. If they start to diversify and enter the portable market, it not only will it confuse their audience, but unfortunately, given their track record with portable systems, especially, for example, the PS Vita, it really doesn't seem like it's an avenue that they'd want to walk in. It's getting very saturated right now, and it's great to be able to play Sony exclusives on the go, right, and console quality. But unless it was built into the system, especially into the PS5, or they do like a portable PS5 that gives you a PS5 with all its specs that you could take on the go rather than like a streaming service, then they shouldn't enter that market, because right now portable systems, at least at this standpoint, are meant to take your gaming on the go, full console quality, no dumbed down portable versions. It's meant to be, look, I'm playing this full console quality game on my portable system, and that's what I want to play. See, like right here, I've got the original Drake's Fortune. This was not released on the PS Vita, but I'm playing it remote play, and it looks absolutely amazing on the go. This is kind of the experience that I want to take, not a dumbed down side quest or side version that really didn't matter for the cohesiveness of a story. And that was one, unfortunately, was always kind of like the tier of a portable game. A portable game was always meant to be, okay, a side story or a smaller version of a game that you play on the go, rather than let me take my full console experience. Because Sony and because Xbox have already developed their full console quality experience machines, it won't be able to compete, or they shouldn't even try and confuse their audience by saying, okay, for example, if Sony said, all right, let's release a PS5 portable that is the entire PS5, has a slightly lower resolution capability of the PS5, but you can play all your PS5 games on this portable system, and it's a huge screen, and it's really wide and whatever, and you just take it on the go. If they did that, then it's like, why did I buy a PS5? What was even the purpose? Because now I'm going to just take this smaller one with me. And then it splits the audience way too much, and they're just not ready for that. Perhaps they can wait till the next console generation, but right now, Sony's just not ready. But that's what I got to say on the Steam Deck. Do you guys want to get a Steam Deck? Do you want to be able to take console gaming on the go and actually be an alternative to the Switch? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to do a couple more live streams too, and I have a video talking about video game controllers, specifically how the Dreamcast and all Sega controllers progressed from Master System to the Dreamcast and why they made the innovation and changes that they did. So we'll talk about that next time. But as always, please subscribe because you'll make my day when you subscribe today. This is Magnus, and I'm out. See you guys later.